Betty Bear from Betty Bear's Nomadic Travels, and sometimes things just don't go the way you expect them. We're going to talk a little bit about that today, but in the meantime, we are here at Lewis County, Washington. We're at a place called Ike Kinswa State Park. It is over by Mayfield Lake and the Cowlitz River. Beautiful state park. I'm looking outside and I can see the lake from here. It's not a great view, but it's still pretty darn good. Let me show it to you. All right, let me show you the view I have from my door. There's Lake Mayfield. Cowlitz River is that way, and there's Mayfield Lake. There's Bernie having his little White Claw, taking it easy. We're both starving today. Neither one of us has had anything to eat today, and it's probably 4:30, almost 5 o'clock. So I just wanted to show you the campsite. There's our fire. We got it going today because it's darn cold. So here's our campsite. I got the moonshade up. I got the fire going. Bernie's sitting here. How you doing today, Bernie? I know, me too. I'm starving. It's okay. We're going to eat something here in just a few minutes. My tiny house. There's my truck. And here's our site. And I just drove in. I've got one of those. I've got electric today, too. So my solar generator doesn't have to work very hard at all. Pretty exciting about that. Good morning, everyone. I didn't get back to you last night. It was starting to get cold and rain like a son of a gun. So we didn't want to sit outside. So I shut the fire down, and Bernie and I just went in and hung out a little bit, and I caught up on a little bit of editing and whatnot. So I do have cell service here. Of course, no internet, but I do have cell service. So it was nice. So we could stay up a little bit and watch a little movie and whatnot. But I'm at this state park. This is not where I was started to go. I started to go to Mount Rainier, and that's where I wanted to go to the national parks, because my silly goal in life is that I want to make every national park, and I know that might be virtually impossible, but you know what? I'm going to give it a try. So anyway, that's why I wanted to go to Mount Rainier. If you can remember my last couple of videos, I headed that direction, and I couldn't get in. We waited in line. There must have been 50 cars in line going into the entrance to Mount Rainier. And once I did get in and went to the state park, of course, I'm not a planner, not some of those people that say, okay, we're going to sit down and be here at a certain time, a certain day. I'm just not that planner. So I didn't have a reservation. So anyway, needless to say, I got into the campground and there was not a site at all. So I figured I'd be safe, because now it's like yesterday was Tuesday, and it's not the middle of, but it's November. So I thought, I'm pretty safe that I should be able to get in. Well, I couldn't. So I was totally bummed out after driving that whole way to get there. I couldn't, I got in to the state park, but when I pulled up to the entrance and asked the guy, I said, is your campground open? He goes, sorry, it's not. We closed for the season. So there I am. I thought, well, what am I going to do now? So I figured I'd go outside around the camp and see if I can find a campground, like a privately owned campground. So I did. I looked at a couple of them, and one wanted $63 a night. The other one was right next to, it was like in an open field. And I told myself, if I'm going to pay $60 a night somewhere, it's going to be in a hotel with a swimming pool. I'm not going to do that. So, and the other one was in an open field. And I didn't want to do that either, because you know me, I got to be out at least make me feel like I'm out in the wilderness. You can see here that there's a Mayfield Lake in the background there. And so anyway, that didn't work out. So I went into Elby, which is the big town just before you get to the Mount Rainier entrance. And I went over across the bridge toward Morton. And so I Googled state parks, and I found one, and this is where I ended up. So it's not Mount Rainier, and it is a state park. So it was $35. I got a full hookup. So that's kind of cool. So, but it was $35. And so I ended up paying $17.50 or whatever it was. I ended up paying for the full hookup on this thing. So it's nice. Anyway, sometimes things just don't go. Sometimes they just don't go the way you want, but it's still all good. I still ended up in a good place. I'm a little bummed out because I didn't get into Mount Rainier, but you know what? There's another day, and I will be able to get in. So anyway, that being said, we're going to go for a walk today. We're going to, I don't know if we're going to stay another night. I don't know. Just depends on how our walk is, because it looks like the trail that goes down to the lake is kind of a nice little serene trail. So we'll see if Bernie wants to go and Let's go check up with Bernie Burn. He slept in a little bit today, so let's go check up with him and see how he's doing. All right, Bern, where are you? Bernie? What the heck? Bernie, where'd you go? Oh, Bernie, what the heck? Shut the curtain when you're going to the toilet. Doggone it, dude. Shut the curtain. Well, being that we're talking about the toilet and a 10-foot space, 6 by 10, which is 60 square feet of going to the potty, I came across this spray that's called Poo-Pourri. And oh my gosh, you guys, if you guys are nomads and you're doing the bucket system or it's amazing. It's amazing. And I'll show it to you. Here it is. It's called, focus in there, Poo-Pourri before you go toilet spray. Smells like lavender. Oh my gosh. This is an absolute, I couldn't believe it. It just says shake the thing up a little bit, take the cap off and go 3 times in the toilet before you go. Well, sometimes you don't know that you're going to go, but yeah, spray 3 times in there. What a difference. So that's my 2 cents on that. I absolutely could not believe how yummy it smells when you're going to the toilet. It just cracks me up because it's like you go to the toilet and then I walked outside and then I came back in last night and I thought, well, it smells like lavender. And I just went to the toilet. It's like, wow, that's pretty cool. So anyway, I got it at Target, and now you might think this is crazy, but it's not cheap. It was $9.99, I think, is what it cost. So $9.99. So it wasn't cheap, but in my opinion, it was absolutely worth every $9.99. So I'm going to see if it's on Amazon. I'm going to order it if it's on Amazon or just go to Target and get it. So anyway, I thought that was really cool. You know, parks like these and days like these make all the things that don't go right okay. And being a nomad to me is one of the best decisions at this point in my life that I've made. And I absolutely love my life, and I wouldn't change it for the world. Listen to the squirrels. I didn't hear too many at camp, but boy, do I hear them now. You know, I think each and every one of you should look at your life and decide whether being a nomad is the right thing to do or not. But if you feel it and you feel it in your gut, you feel it in your heart, try it. Just try it. Well, we made it to the lake. Well, that was a little bit of a jaunt because there was no shortcut. Because I'm so close to it, I thought there might be a shortcut, but there sure wasn't a shortcut. But we're here. There's something about water that just is, it's so soothing, even if it's still and it doesn't make any noise. It's pretty soothing. Well, that was a nice little walk, but according to my stepper, it was 3.79 miles going down to the lake and back. I guess the Cowlitz River is somewhere, but not walking distance. I guess you have to go across the highway, and I just didn't have time because we're heading out of here. So I didn't have much time to do that, but got a little exercise in and back to the house. Well, Bernie didn't want to go with us on this trip, so I bet he's reading. Yeah, I knew it. He gets stuck on something and that's it. He's been stuck on that book for a couple hours now, so it's all good. Well, we're going to leave this little spot here at Kinswa. I want to make sure I say it right. Kinswa State Park. Had a really nice stay as usual. You know, we 99.99% of the time we have a great time. Once in a great while, you know, the flat tire thing, you can't get where you want to go, you can't park sometimes, you know, it's all good. But there are a few things I want to say before we hit it. And a couple of the things I want to say is I want to thank some of the people that watched. I mean, they watch my videos every single time and comment every single time, you know, and just let me take 1 second to say thank you, Deb. Thank you, Annie. Thank you, Heathkin. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Mr. Bomax. Whoever you are, thank you. Thank you, Cockeyed Den. And thank you, Donna. That's just a few of you guys. I just want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. And it's time to hit the road. And I don't know where we're going to go, but I appreciate you guys coming along with us and enjoying the journey with me and, of course, Bernie. If you enjoyed a little bit of this video, give me a little thumbs up. And hit that little bell icon. It kind of gives you an idea when another video is coming up. I try to post once a week. Once in a while, it doesn't happen, but I try to. So, thumbs up, hit that bell, and subscribe if you would. And if you stuck around this far, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We're going to hit the road.